Welcome everyone to today's video. In this episode, we will explore the life of one of the most mysterious and controversial figures of our time, Kim Jong Un, the supreme leader of North Korea. His story is unlike that of any other world leader. From his secretive childhood to his sudden rise to power, from the ruthless consolidation of his rule to his bold nuclear ambitions, Kim has captured the world's attention in ways both shocking and fascinating. Some see him as a dictator who endangers global peace, while others view him as a strong leader who defied the world's superpowers. But who is the man behind the headlines? Together, we will uncover the key moments of his journey, chapter by chapter, and try to understand how he became one of the most talked about leaders in the 21st century. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the story of Kim Jong Un. Kim Jong Un was born on January 8, 1983 or 1984, though the exact year remains uncertain. He is the grandson of Kim Il-sung, the founder of North Korea, and the son of Kim Jong-il, who ruled the country until 2011. Unlike most North Koreans who grew up in poverty, Kim's childhood was filled with privilege, guarded by security, and surrounded by luxury. During the 1990s, he studied in Switzerland under a false identity. Teachers described him as quiet, shy, and deeply interested in sports. He loved basketball, especially Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls, and often played with classmates or bodyguards. His room was said to be decorated with posters of NBA stars, showing his fascination with Western culture. Life abroad gave him a glimpse of freedom that did not exist back home. He saw how ordinary people lived, visited ski resorts, and experienced European food and fashion. Yet, he was never truly free. His identity was secret and he was always monitored by guardians. Returning to Pyongyang, Kim entered military school, preparing for his destiny. From the start, his life was shaped by both privilege and pressure, creating a young man who carried the weight of a dynasty on his shoulders. As Kim Jong-il's health declined in the late 2000s, Kim Jong-un was quietly prepared to take over. In 2010, despite having little military experience, he was promoted to the rank of 4-star general, signaling to the world that he was the chosen successor. Many in North Korea were surprised. He was young, little known to the public, and had barely appeared in state media. When Kim Jong-il died in December 2011, the transition was swift. Kim Jong-un, still in his late 20s, was declared supreme leader of North Korea. His rise made him the youngest head of state in the world at that time. Analysts doubted whether such a young and inexperienced man could maintain control, especially over the powerful military elite. Yet, the loyalty to his family name, combined with fear and strict organization, ensured that power passed smoothly into his hands. After taking power, Kim Jong-un moved quickly to eliminate any threats to his rule. Within just a few years, he carried out a series of purges that shocked even seasoned observers of North Korean politics. High-ranking officials, military leaders, and even family members were removed or executed. The most infamous case was his uncle, Jang Song-tak, once considered the second most powerful man in the country, who was publicly accused of treason and executed in 2013. Through these bold moves, Kim showed that he would not be a weak figurehead. Fear became his strongest weapon. At the same time, he strengthened his image as the sole authority, appearing in military parades, visiting factories, and showing himself as a leader close to the people. By consolidating power so aggressively, he silenced doubts about his ability to rule and positioned himself as the unquestioned head of both the party and the army. One of Kim Jong-un's main strategies to secure his rule was the rapid expansion of North Korea's nuclear and missile programs. Soon after taking power, he accelerated testing, launching missiles of increasing range and conducting nuclear detonations that defied international warnings. These actions alarmed the world and led to some of the harshest sanctions ever placed on his country. For Kim, however, nuclear weapons were more than military tools. They were his guarantee of survival. By showing that North Korea could strike far beyond its borders, he forced the world to treat him seriously. While sanctions deepened the hardships of his people, the regime used propaganda to frame the program as a source of pride and protection. Through his nuclear ambition, Kim ensured that North Korea could not be ignored, no matter how isolated it remained. Kim Jong Un shocked the world in 2018 when he stepped onto the international stage. For the first time in history, a North Korean leader met directly with a sitting US president. His summits with Donald Trump in Singapore and later in Vietnam captured global attention. Although the meetings ended without a lasting deal, they gave Kim unprecedented legitimacy, showing him as a leader capable of standing face to face with the most powerful nation on earth. Beyond the US, Kim cultivated ties with China and Russia, ensuring his regime would not be completely isolated. These relationships gave him vital political and economic support, even as sanctions tightened. On the global stage, Kim transformed from a mysterious dictator to a headline figure, skillfully balancing threats and diplomacy to keep his small nation in the center of world politics. Kim Jong Un's image is one of the most divided in the world. Inside North Korea, state media portrays him as a wise and beloved leader, the protector of the nation who continues the legacy of his father and grandfather. Citizens are expected to show loyalty and admiration, with public displays of devotion often organized by the regime. Outside his borders, however, he is seen very differently. In the West, Kim is widely regarded as a ruthless dictator who rules through fear, censorship, and brutal repression. Many view him as a threat to global peace due to his nuclear ambitions. Among ordinary people worldwide, opinions are mixed. Some see him as a dangerous tyrant, while others are fascinated by his mystery and even mock him in memes and jokes. Love him or hate him, Kim Jong Un has secured his place as one of the most talked about leaders of the 21st century. Kim Jong Un's life is a story of secrecy, power, and contradiction. Born into privilege, yet shaped by isolation, he inherited a dynasty that rules with absolute authority. Against all expectations, he proved capable of holding on to power, eliminating rivals, and forcing the world to acknowledge his presence through nuclear weapons and bold diplomacy. To some, he is a ruthless dictator who suppresses freedom and threatens global peace. To others, he is a leader who managed to protect his country against immense international pressure. No matter the perspective, one truth is clear. Kim Jong Un remains one of the most controversial and talked about figures of our time. His story is far from over, and the world continues to watch what his next move will be.